If you are doubting that President William Ruto will not be elected for the second term in 2027, I'm here to give you some bad news. Because there is some of the reasons why you're giving why the president will not be re-elected is because the Mount Kenya region is divided. Now, if you think about it, the person who is dividing Mount Kenya is none other but the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, there's a possible deal between President Uhuru Kenyatta and President William Ruto that if it happens, then President William Ruto will go, he will just win with a landslide. As long as the mountain will be united and the mountain will keep singing or see President William Ruto positive and give him the block that they gave him in 2022, then I don't find a reason why William Ruto will not defeat Raila Odinga or any other small candidate that will come if it's not Raila Odinga. Now, this is what you need to know. The African Union chairman, Musa Faki of Chad, is retiring, or he is going to get out of that position in 2025. Our elections are in 2027. Now, for him to be replaced, the African countries will have to front candidates for that position. Even if you don't understand anything about that position, understand that the leader, who is the chairman of the African Union, is not allowed to take any partial position or a political stand in his country. He's supposed to be impartial. He's not supposed to favor one candidate as opposed to the other. Because the chairman is the representative of Africa as a continent. See, the president represents you as a country in other forums. So as a continent, the person who is your head and who will represent the continent is the African Union chairman. So this is a senior position that neither Raila Odinga nor Uhuru Kenyatta can miss, or if they are offered this position, hakuna mwenye anaweza kata. Now, if there is any possibility that President William, because the president has an option of choosing two people who have the capacity to hold that position as the African chairman. And these two people in Kenya are either Raila Odinga or Uhuru Kenyatta. I have seen a video done by David Wafula on YouTube and here on TikTok, my good friend. And he says that the only way that William Ruto can be able to win the 2027 election, or where the odds are higher, where the possibility of him winning is higher, is if he nominates Raila Odinga. I want to remind you that if President William Ruto nominates Raila Odinga and Raila Odinga goes silent about Kenya's politics and does not name any candidate after being nominated, then it means the only gap that Raila Odinga is leaving is the gap of the Luo community. The Luo community that cannot elect William Ruto without a Luo as the deputy. So that means the only gap that is left is the Luo Nyanza, where William Ruto, for choosing or for awarding Raila Odinga with that position, will get half if he gets any big portion. And then him nominating Raila Odinga and leaving Uhuru Kenyatta, he will anger Mount Kenya. So the Mount Kenya will have two issues or they will have two goals to fulfill. Number one, the first goal is to remove William Ruto for lying to them in 2022. And number two, for humiliating their son, Uhuru Kenyatta, and not nominating him for such a high position. So, and because the Mount Kenya region has very high number of votes and the William Ruto will not be able to capture the whole of Nyanza region, then it means his numbers will go down. And so the candidate mwenye watakuwa kipigana na yeye, possibly mwenye sijui, huenda akamshinda ama akashindwa na marks kidogo sana ama kura kidogo sana. But if William Ruto nominates Uhuru Kenyatta, the people of Mount Kenya, you know, there's a thing, there's a conversation yenye imekuwa ikiendelea kusema kwamba watu wa Mount Kenya ni huwa wanakuwa swayed with just something small yenye inawa how do I call it? Yani kitu kidogo tu ikifanyika, watu wa Mount Kenya tu wanaona, wanabadilisha mawazo yao. Kitu walikuwa wamesema si mzuri for 4 years, then the 5th year ikafanyika kitu yenye inawapindua akili, then wanakuwa ina jog akili yao, wanakuwa ni kama hawakumbuki nini ilikuwa imefanyika, they focus on this one. So even though the President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are not reading on the same page today, and the mountain is indeed divided, if only the President nominates Uhuru Kenyatta, then the mountain region will have something to say or something to give back to Ruto because he nominated our son. So Ruto will have another upper hand like he had in 2022, where he was elected by the Mount Kenya region because he supported Uhuru Kenyatta for 10 years. So this time round, they will support him because he supported their son to get the African Union chairmanship. Okay? See, that will end the division in Mount Kenya. The division you're hearing that Dendenyoro anataka kuwa kingpin, sijui. Did someone say that Jeremiah Kioni wants to be the kingpin of Mount Kenya? Okay, that's impossible. Mwingine anasema sijui Rigiji anataka. You see, all these groups will be fighting for the kingpinship, but the mountain will be knowing that we don't know the kingpin of Mount Kenya, but we know the presidential candidate is William Ruto. So whichever side you take, the mountain will go with William Ruto. Whether he nominates Raila or not, I don't know. But if he nominates Uhuru Kenyatta, I think this will give him an upper hand of winning the 2027 general election, and he will definitely take the victory before asubuhi munasemanga before saa 2. And this is because number one, nimekuambia, he will have a solid vote of the Kalenjin nation, and he will have a solid vote of the Kikuyu nation. He will only need to look some 2 or 3 votes in the Luhya land. Of course, ashinde to region tu ingine na handouts na nini ingine, na wale watu watakuwa swayed na the Mount Kenya and the Rift Valley wave. And that's how the president will be re-elected for the second term. Now, I know kuna watu wanasema for Ruto to win the second term, labda aibe. But maybe in the next video, I will come here and prove to you that there is no way that Raila Odinga or any other candidate has the capacity to win this position or to take away from President William Ruto. Now, if you're here for the first time, this is YouTube. My name is Kim Explains, and I was explaining my opinion about that. I don't know what you feel about it. Maybe you can give your comments in the comment section. Nione wewe unafikiria jamu unaonaje. Na kama huja subscribe, tafadhali subscribe tu. Yani kuguza subscribe, kusubscribe ni free, hakuna kitu unalipishwa. Finya tu subscribe. Then tomorrow we meet here with another story. Asante sana, have a nice time.